Our guest tonight, Broncos linebacker Shane Ray. My man, what's going on?
What's up, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain.
How's the wrist? We haven't talked about the wrist in a long time, which is a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
How does it feel through 2 games?
It feels good. It feels good. I've been doing everything to continue to take care of it. Coach is looking out for me. Treatment, all the stuff, that I'm supposed to be doing right. It's keeping me on the field. And, of course, there's days where I get little nicks, here and there, a little pain, but it's nothing like it was. And I'm just, glad that I can just play without having to worry about it.
Well, you're glad about that. I know Broncos country's glad about that. And I think everybody happy that you are back and healthy. You guys are sitting at 2-0, which I know is a fantastic feeling. Yeah. You were also at 2-0 last year. And, of course, we all know what happened after that. Does it feel different this year, though, being 2-0 at this point in the season?
I think it does. I wasn't really able to kind of, get the feeling last year, being injured early on. But just talking to those guys, they said, after we came out and we beat Dallas, it was like a feeling like, okay, this was how the season was going to go. They were going to continue, and we were going to continue to, get wins like that. But the NFL, you never know how it goes, man. And just like that, our season was what it was last year. But moving on from that, I think just the core of the team itself and how we've prepared this offseason and what Vance has done, and I think we're a way better team than we were last year. And this feeling of 2-0, I just think that we're going to continue to build on that, and I think we're going to keep getting wins. And you can just see the differences from, the rookie class on up, from the special teams to how the offense is playing, how the defense is playing. Yeah, there's mistakes there, but you can see a difference in guys and how they're playing and how we're developing and pushing from week to week.
You mentioned the offense, and one of the big differences, obviously, is quarterback Case Keenum. Vance said earlier this week he gives you guys hope in the fourth quarter, that if you're down, he can lead you back. Obviously, we know what he did in Minnesota. And then, oh, by the way, he did that in week 2 and in week 1 against the Seahawks and the Raiders, respectively. What is it like to have a guy on the other side of the football at quarterback who you guys know, hey, we have a lot of trust in this guy?
Man, it's really interesting because Case coming in, of course, I don't know him. I don't know what his personality's like. But when you see this guy before the game and he calls up the team and you can see the excitement and the energy in his face, man. It's like you're looking at him, you're like, man, you're going into war with that guy. He's going to give you his every little bit. And, in the first 2 games, we had a couple of takeaway problems. The defense had to come out and make some plays, but you didn't see Case like falter or waver in his play. He just kept on coming, kept on trying to fight. And you just see, he's taking hits. He's running for first downs. You love to see that out of a quarterback. He's not going to quit. So when you have a quarterback like that, we feel like we always have a chance to win the game. In the Raiders game, I was like, I know we're going to win this. I know our offense. I know how they're starting to play right now. They're starting to click. And when Case is back there, you just kind of see him just he runs it, man, and it looks good.
It's great to see Case pick up those first downs. He needs to learn how to slide, though.
Yeah.
We don't need any more missed practices because of knee soreness.
That's true. Obviously we want Case to protect himself, but, man, to see the heart, though.
Yeah.
To see the want to go get, that tough first down or to take a hit, man. It says a lot about his character. Obviously
a big addition to this football team. You guys also had some big additions to the linebacker room.
Yeah.
Obviously the one that stands out is Bradley Chubb. There is a ton of talent in your room right now. Are there enough sacks to go around out on the football field?
Oh, absolutely. The best part of having guys like us and having a room deep like us is, you never know who's going to get one. That's the best thing. It's like a challenge for each other because we got packages where I'm in and Chubb on one side and then Shaq's on this side and this, that, or whatever, and we're rotating and we're keeping each other fresh. So it's fun to see just collectively how we attack guys and how we talk about pass rush together, how we play the run. And, honestly, getting Bradley in and getting Jeff Holland in, those are 2 great rookies, man. They work hard, they listen, but they keep the room fun, man. That's the best part. And we're just such a, I feel like a tight-knit group working together every day, and we're just going to make a lot of plays.
It was funny. I was talking to Bradley Chubb about that on Monday night here at the View House, and we saw Vaughn slap Shaq, and then Shaq's response in the locker room. You guys are really tight over there. I don't think you can find a looser room filled with better guys who can also play football than the Broncos outside linebacker room right now.